Evening, all. This is the new edition of the podcast. We're here with Limbo, and I am Bungus, and we are today here to talk about the McDee's Nuts family. And please, Limbo, could you proceed with your first bit of evidence from Neil MacDonald?
Thank you. As you can tell, my attire has changed. I'm actually 7 weeks pregnant with the child of Neil MacDonald. It was around 7 weeks ago. Me and Neil, we went on a fishing trip with James.
Indeed.
James went to masturbate uncontrollably, as he would.
Indeed, that is quite the thing that James MacDonald would do. It clearly wasn't made up.
Yes. And I was left with Neil all alone.
Oh.
Things rapidly started to escalate. First, it was a hand on the lap. Then, it was a hand.
Could we just hold? Even at that is just disgraceful. You're 15. People shouldn't be treated like that at the age of 50. Neil MacDonald is 54.
Correct. He also rearranged my top end. So now I've only got 2 nipples on one breast.
How was that so?
He was trying to do more of a human centipede type thing.
And would this have included his son when he got back, James MacDonald?
It did include James MacDonald.
Oh.
James MacDonald was actually, his oralness was attached to my rectum. I was
Was it attached by a fishing line, or was it just shoved together?
It was actually soldered on with a heat gun.
That is disgraceful.
It is.
And did this man impregnate you, as you now see? Could you tell us more about that?
So, once the human centipede happened, James went to masturbate over the experience, and Neil slowly started to groom me.
Wow, that is disgraceful.
The bed started rocking like there was no tomorrow. I thought I was on a bouncy castle.
Maybe
and then all of a sudden, I believe I was. All of a sudden, bang! I felt it enter me.
Was it like a serpent?
It was. I thought an anaconda had actually slidden up there, but no.
Indeed, when you're fishing, it could be quite easily mistaken. Was it dark at this time?
No, pitch light.
Pitch light, and he had no remorse, did he? As the bivvy was wide open, wasn't it? For all
Correct.
to see.
Actually, the people from the opposite swim to us actually had a complaint because of the stench.
And what was the stench?
It was more feces.
Oh.
Because of the human centipede side.
Yes. Oh. And as you were at the fishing place, you was at Elsham Hall Fisheries. Did Barbara see this? Was Barbara involved with this?
Correct. Barbara, she kind of threw me in the ropes there. She actually... Oh, fuck off! She actually set it up.
Did what?
It was all staged.
What? So Neil and Barbara were all in this together?
And James.
James wanted to. James wanted to be in that.
Correct. He was actually in a scuba suit for half the time, pulling all the fish and fingering the fish.
Did his penis enter any fish?
I believe so. I've contacted Humberside Police to have a DNA test on all the fish's rectums.
Rectums.
Correct, rectums.
And now, how do you feel about the experience?
It overwhelmed me, and Neil did say he will not be paying any
Child support?
Child support.
That is disgraceful.
Correct. Little Neil in here will be not very well looked after. And
because you're poor, is that what you're saying?
Correct.
And that is where our fundraiser comes in. PayPal me under the PayPal Cole Bedford with two F's at gmail.com. If you PayPal £10, we'll send you monthly photos of Liam's womb. I meant Limbo's womb. And we will also, when the child is birthed, send you a video.
Of the birthing process.
Of the birthing process. And monthly pictures after that. At £100, you could experience the birthing in real life.
1-to-1.
One-to-one. At £1,000, you can hand deliver the baby.
And can I just add, at £10,000, you can have the baby.
Indeed.
Just take it off our hands for free.
As long as you don't do anything suspicious with it. At £100,000, you can have the baby, you could mutilate it, and you could have sex with it. Couldn't you, Limbo?
Yes, as it's already been done by Bungus.
Indeed.
Moving on from this subject, a young devil-like woman, may I say, by the name of Vicky McDonald, has been sending inappropriate videos, photos, and SMS messages to the people of North Axholme Academy.
Wow.
Especially the Year 11 bracket.
And the Year 11 bracket, who was involved? Because I know I was involved, but I don't know who else was involved.
We have Ria Rikailuk, Rawley Rourke, Rad Rothraw, Ray Grunter, Roll Raxon, Ravi Ratman, Rosh Rennings, and even her own son, Rains McRonald. I actually witnessed one of these photographs, and it was of Vicky. She had a telephone box, and she was rubbing her vagina over the earpiece, and there's actually been a few complaints on the Crow Community Facebook page that the telephone boxes have now been stenching. Yes. And
wow.
They are in deep cleaning as of now.
That is astronomical, as I like to put it. I was sent a video of Vicky, from Vicky herself, of her going out into Ashby, finding Backy Breath Bill, showing him her cleavage, letting him hold the camera while he had his penis out in Ashby, and Vicky then proceeded to swing off the lamppost as such and drop out a poo. There is a video of such actions, but as it is YouTube, it cannot be
shown.
Correct. And Rames McRonald, her own son, was sent videos of it by his own mum. Could you please explain what the videos are, Liam? Limbo.
I could explain the videos. So, James McDonald was fast asleep like the cute young man he is.
Indeed.
And Vicky actually sneaked into James' room, proceeded to pull his pants down
Wow.
and bury her face in James's serpent.
In his genital area, that means.
Correct.
As
There was actually pubic lice all over Vicky's beard. And it will be given to people for a small donation of £10.99 to PayPal with Cole Bedford with 2 Fs at gmail.com.
At gmail.com with 2 Fs. Cole Bedford, spelt COLEBEDFFORD at gmail.com. All proceeds will go towards James's fungal and pubic lice infection donations. Is that true?
Correct, it's very true.
Now we shall talk about a sad time in our community. Pat Makings.
Sadly passed away yesterday on the 6th of September 2021. We would just like to say, Pat's family, I hope you enjoy your new fishing reels. And Pat, I'm going to miss you actually. Your very humorous Facebook page.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I've been reminiscing. Last night I was reminiscing about your Facebook page and I was just looking at it and I was in a deep slumber of tears, not sleep. And I just find it incredible how beautiful you are.
Yes, let's proceed.
Indeed we shall. We shall now talk about the man himself, Daz Makings. No, we
Daz
shall
Makings
not. We shall not.
Yes, we shall.
No, we shall not. Okay,
Daz
we shall
Makings
proceed.
Was convicted of statutory rape and child trafficking in 2014.
Indeed.
And has since been released from Fox River Facebook page, which is a very, very high security prison, by Michael Schofield. And now is back in the Crowland Eland area. So please keep your kids safe.
Indeed. If you do not keep your kids safe, they may include the side effects may include annular rape of the anus.
Correct.
Also may include Japsai prodding, which is a form of torture made by the Chinese where a screwdriver is sadly inserted into the Japsai and twisted around until the Japsai bleeds and inflames, until the recipient can no longer urinate. Is that true?
I cannot say I've heard of such actions, but I've now heard of them.
Indeed, and I strongly advise you to keep your kids safe around Daz Makings. He's not dead, is he? He's not the dead one. Nice, right? Because he is a very dangerous man in the Crow community.
Correct. Moving on to Faye Forshaw. Faye's mobile has been spotted shoplifting cartons of juice, wagon wheels, Kit Kats, and plasters. We do believe she's harvesting a young Harley Forshaw in the home.
As he needs such things to live. Indeed.
To operate, correct.
And can I just say, the reason she is out there stealing is because the man himself, Fingerless Forshaw, is not able to work and earn money because, sadly, some of his fingers are missing.
Can I just add that Roy is doing voluntary work at Doncaster Rovers Football Club as a head steward.
And the donations for Doncaster Football Club is at colebedford with 2 F's at gmail.com on PayPal. COLEBEDFFORD at gmail.com on PayPal. All proceeds will go to Doncaster, whatever he works for. Is that true? It is true indeed.
It is true. Yes.
And we shall now talk about... Let's pass it over to Limbo.
Thank you. We will now talk about Neil and James's extracurricular activities involving Scarlett Thompson, Kate Bailey, Nigel Farage, and Prince Andrew. And Kundai.
Let's proceed with what he has been doing in these extracurricular activities.
So, obviously, Sir Epstein has sadly passed. So, Andrew, James, Neil, Kundai have actually been flying two hostages in the private jet. And every time one of them needs to poo,
James opens his mouth.
Correct.
And they use their human feces to feed the beast. As the food on the plane is not enough for this man.
Correct. May I just add, James McDonald is meant to be on a calorie deficit of around 6,000 calories, but since he's been eating the excrement of the two young ladies, he has now exceeded 8,000 calories per day. Sorry, frog in my throat. Actually, Neil he's been a good man. He's been trying to lure James out of the plane so he can have testing done for type 2 diabetes, because...
May I add, the reason this man has took the people hostage on this plane is so that he can receive rewards from the government. Such rewards include new fishing reels,
new fishing rods,
bite alarms, everything including fishing, and the fifth includes pictures of Scarlett Thompson. Naked, nudist. And these, let's say, requirements have not been met, so James therefore
So James therefore has actually gotten very angry
and proceeded to rape Kate Bailey.
Correct.
And broadcast it to Facebook. Which I find is heartbreaking. As Kate Bailey told me she wanted to be a virgin until she was married.
Our condolences go to Kate Bailey, Scarlett Thompson and Charlotte Ray's family, including close friends.
And if you want to help them, donate to colebedford with 2 F's at gmail.com. That's COLEBEDFFORD at gmail.com. All proceeds will go to Charlotte, Scarlett, and the other one. Oh no. The other person's family. As you can see, we have lost Liam. I don't know where he has gone. This is not good. I may have to proceed with the podcast on my own. Or I will kill myself. This is the end of the podcast. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Have a great evening.